And we want to make sure that you know we would love to hear from you as well. Your ideas, questions, concerns for lawmakers. It's as simple as filling out this form here. Dear lawmakers, do something about, fill in the blank. Make sure to give us your hometown and your name. And we have team coverage this morning of the inauguration festivities. Joining us this morning with a look at what we can expect, Quinnipiac political science professor and associate dean Wesley Renfro. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
Folks at home may be tuning in and out throughout the morning. We'll have coverage all day for folks. But if they're just getting us in bits and pieces, what should someone expect when it comes to the inauguration from a logistics standpoint today?
So this afternoon's really filled with some pomp and circumstance. The official festivities begin at 12:30 at the Armory and will last through the afternoon. There's going to be some of the customary things, including an honor guard. There will be a parade. There's going to be some flyovers. Ned Lamont is going to make a couple speeches, including one speech in which he will address the General Assembly about his future plans. Yeah,
let's talk about that there. All eyes will be on the governor-elect today. What do you expect to hear from him?
I think that he's really a pragmatic person. I mean, he's been pretty clear-sighted about the realities, in particular the realities that affect the state's fiscal position and our unfunded pension liabilities. So I think he's going to strike some notes that suggest that he's optimistic that he can fix these things or help fix them, but he is a realist.
We heard, as we pointed out in that piece, we've heard from more than 300 people across Connecticut with some real concerns with these lawmakers. You're a political science professor. How quickly do you think we might see progress on any number of these issues?
So I think it's a mixed bag. He's more popular coming in than the exiting governor, for sure. And we have unified government in Connecticut with healthy margins for the Democrats in both chambers in the Assembly. So I think that bodes well for his legislative agenda. If I were the governor, I would be a little bit worried about the prospect of a recession in the next 2 years, and that would certainly undermine his goals of balancing the budget.
We talk a lot about that early popularity in presidential races and elections. Does our governor have to kind of strike while that popularity is high?
Yeah, absolutely. For folks in executive positions in government, you're sort of at the peak of your power as you assume office. There's sometimes a slight rebound if you're elected for a second term, but certainly striking while the iron is hot is advisable.
And take us forward. So all of this celebration today, we're going to cover it. We'll have team coverage. Take us to next week, next month. What should we be looking for at that point?
Well, I think there's going to be a lot of negotiations about the budget. You know, it's very clear that the state is in a pretty acute fiscal crisis, about $2 billion this year. You know, the governor has also said that he wants to prioritize some other things, including some legislation that might affect workers and perhaps the infrastructure in the state, but certainly the budget.
You are an educator at heart. So many young people captivated by politics these days. What's your message to those folks this time of year?
You know, if you don't participate, and that means voting, and it also means other things like paying attention and being an informed citizen, I really don't think that you have the right to complain. We live in a time in which there's lots of information, and I think that folks should make an effort to get high-quality information and make good decisions.
Wesley Renfro from Quinnipiac University, we appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
All right, please come back.